Today I'm going to be sharing 5 things YouTube woodworkers won't tell you, as well as a few bonus points throughout the video. Starting with this bonus point, I am a YouTube woodworker. YouTube comes first. Sharing woodworking on YouTube, that's the job. That's what I do. Number 1, you should have more than one battery platform for your power tools. This to me is just financially false. At this point, I think every tool manufacturer makes the exact same tool or a version of the exact same tools. So if you're just getting into woodworking, do some research into tools before you buy, use multiple sources, and unless the tool is unique and unavailable from any other companies, kind of like the Craig Rebel here, and you feel like you must have it, just stick with one. I've been needing to replace my drill and I was considering another battery platform, but I already have hundreds invested in these batteries. Replacing the tool alone is much cheaper in the long run. And here's a bonus point, the Craig Rebel over here, it's great, but unless you're making pocket holes on a daily basis and it's generating some income, something like this will work just fine, and it's $600 cheaper. Point number 2, you need a tool wall if you're going to be a woodworker. False. Now behind me, I'm actually starting to build a tool wall, but that's not for woodworking, it's for YouTube. And as I mentioned earlier, YouTube is the job. I make videos, and when you see this, you scream and you click off the video. I've learned this by looking at the data, and it looks nice and clean. It may improve efficiency in the shop, but you don't need it to be a woodworker. Grab a saw, a hammer, some nails, and just get started. We know you're still going to lose that measuring tape. Thing number 3, every project is a success. Now, I have had my fair share of instantly successful projects, and you've seen all of the thumbnails from myself and other creators. However, the volume of that success, well, I usually only make one. Sometimes I post something and I get a few requests, so I whip up a few more, but usually for channels like my own, almost every project is just one and done. And sometimes the project, despite having really good sales data online, just won't work in your area and ends up right here. This was going to be a bonus point, but it's actually far too important to just be thrown in. Anytime you are making a project that you see online, and I'm going to stop and put a quick bonus point in here, don't just make a project because someone else's success on YouTube or the success of a project. Don't base your making on someone else. However, back to the main point, if you are making a project that you saw online, follow this quick checklist. First, check competition. Second, confirm the info, the cost of materials, etc., time. Third, make it slightly different, but maybe not too different. You don't want to go crazy. And fourth, the most important, make one. Not 10, not 25, not 2, just one. My golden advice in most of my descriptions of my videos: you can make a product on demand, but you cannot sell on demand. And here's another bonus point. That checklist, I guarantee almost everyone making content like this has a similar process, and like myself, throws that list in the garbage. For us, selling the project isn't important. Sharing the process of making the project with you is what's important, which is why you need to check your local markets before you make it. The 5th thing, selling freaking sucks. I am not a salesman. I don't like selling things. I don't want to convince you to buy things. It is the least fun part, and it takes the most effort. I just want to build projects, but I can give you some tips for selling. Sell the emotion of what owning the project will bring. We people are emotional creatures, and if you can successfully give someone this emotional response and desire, it'll be really hard to actually talk them out of buying it. And here is one last bonus tip to help you navigate the YouTube landscape. YouTube thumbnails are selling emotion, every one of them from every creator. It's why you click on the video. So, what do they actually mean? I can't speak for everyone, but this is my system of how I do names or thumbnails. I can't keep up means there's good sales data around this project. This costs $4. Either this project is crap or it's an overpriced thing that I found can be made for extremely cheap. These videos are actually kind of my favorite to make. 1000% profit. Sometimes this is making an overpriced project for myself very cheaply, and sometimes this is my opinion on the expected sale price based on experience or data compared to the cost. Math. 32 projects from one board probably are not worth your time. Sometimes they are good, but if you take a 96-inch long board and you divide it by 32, you get 3. I don't know what products are 3 inches long, but if it's that easy, everyone will make it. I just don't get it. Sold instantly, this either means custom order or it's sold the same day. $300 in 3 hours. The focus is on the time it takes to make, not the time to sell. However, every single one of these videos are usually I post it, and then I got quite a few requests for them, so I just whipped up a few of them, and that's how I get my number. There are more thumbnails than this, but these are the more common ones. And one last bonus tip, quality does sell. If you're making the same thing as someone else and yours looks better, has tighter lines, better finish, you're going to attract sales, and those sales are usually future sales, if that makes any sense. I hope you enjoyed this video, this quick, honest look into YouTube woodworkers and that life a little bit, I guess. I make projects, small projects, and sometimes there's goofy behavior in them, in those videos. But if you're interested in that, take a look and subscribe. If not, or if there's nothing else, as always, I will see you in the next one.